helping hand, energy from turning fans. Oh, so won't you open up your eyes so you can see this paradise? Oh, I want.
And ready to get it going, we see the Cavaliers. It's game time in Cleveland as the crowd is filling up the Quicken Loans Arena. A quick check now at the starting five for both teams. And guys,
Who's watching them?
here is Hawes, defended by Dang. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
You know, the Wolves were just decimated by injuries last year. And it really put a snag in their season from the start, with Rubio still recovering from his ACL tear and Kevin Love missing a lot of time with his hand fractures. They were missing two major building blocks.
Rubio, the pass to Little General. There's the dish to Cunningham. 6 on the shot clock. Rubio. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And he's good on the 3-ball. Rubio's got 5 points so far. And with the Wolves last year, Ricky Rubio came back and helped them turn things around a bit. But Kevin Love would end up playing very few games for him, Steve. And they never really got the chance that they once seemed to have.
Now, Love's injury, I think, just devastated this team. And Rubio, of course, coming off that ACL, he eventually made it back. But those are the key guys. I mean, Rubio and Love have to be the foundation of this club. They added a lot of three-point shooting in the offseason. So this should be a pretty well-rounded team. But it's up to the stars, Kevin.
Here's the screen. Little General. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul call. He'll shoot free throws.
Well, the Cavs really didn't have a lot of players that demanded attention on defense last year. Really, just Kyrie Irving. And when he was out, their offense had no punch.
And for the Cavs, Cleveland managing just 6 wins out of the 30 games they had out of conference.
Well, when you can only win 6 games against the West, I mean, there's a pretty good chance you're going to finish at the bottom of the East. I thought injuries really derailed the Cavs season, but they weren't ready to go out on the road and beat better Western teams. Too many young players on the team who just didn't understand the NBA yet.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
And Buttinger kicks to Martin. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Jack gets a screen from Verajao. Jack dishes to Verajao. And that one's good.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And that's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Here's Little General. 23 points for him the last game against the Knicks in New York.
And he was disruptive defensively, too. Kevin, really aggressively trying to make plays. In fact, he had 4 steals during that game.
The shot by Irving, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first.
The NBA season.
Now here's Waiters. He's covered closely. There's the feed to Miles. Jack. Pass to Waiters. And the rejection by Love. Good. Hawes got his second bucket of the game to go. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Knicks in New York.
It was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively. I thought they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was right through the roof, and you can't win when that's the case.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, big men Love and Pekovic. Ricky Rubio is out there with Little General. And it's Budinger in at the 3 slot. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Little General in the last game against the Knicks was just a man on a mission. He had 23 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. This game might have acted as a coming-out party for him in the NBA, a truly dominating performance. Let's see, Kevin.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that Clark was something special.
Kevin, it really was. I mean, they threw everything but the kitchen sink at him, and nothing slowed him down.
Well, let's just say he was really good.
Jack gets a screen from Hawes. And Jack, here we go. And stolen by Pekovic. 1:11 left in the second quarter. Rubio with it. Now Jack defending. Little General the pass to Rubio. Pekovic shoots it up. The shot's good from Little General. And now a 9-point Timberwolves lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Timberwolves.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And we're also seeing a lot of fast breakthroughs, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
You know, one reason...
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And it's halftime. I'm
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Irving kicks to Varejao. Back to Irving. Outside Dang. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, Luol Deng, originally from South Sudan, his family moved to London when he was a teen, and then for him, on to the United States, a worldly player for sure, and he's been involved in a lot of causes, both here in the U.S. and internationally.
Corey Brewer's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Well, he did enough there. He made it a 2-possession game, at least.
Irving and Waiters, the guards. Inside, it's Bennett and Varejao. And it's Dang in at the small forward position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. And going back to Dang, so active off the court, helping Sudanese refugees, Basketball Without Borders, numerous charities. He says his parents instilled him with that kind of thoughtfulness.
Yeah, and he's also championed a lot of causes in the UK, campaigning to maintain funding for the British national team. Dang is passionate, both on and off the court. You just love his approach to the game and to life, Kevin.
Good point. No good from Little General.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle.
Gets it to go. That's 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
This has really become an intense ball game ever since halftime.
Boy, the effort from both teams here, Steve, is terrific.
Passes it to Little General. Another miss by Minnesota. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they're playing with so much energy offensively. The ball is really moving.
6 to shoot. Now here's Waiters. Tight defense on him. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And while we can, here's a look at the teams that had the fastest hands in the league last season. 5th, the Timberwolves.
You could tell by watching them just how focused they were at the defensive end of the court.
Here's Little General. 1:31 left to play in the third. Love kicks to Brewer. That one wide left.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Feeds to Varejao. He kicks it to Dang. Pass to Irving. Cleveland moving it around. Rockets 6. Varejao can't hit.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, at 6'11", 290 pounds, Nikola Pekovic may be the most physically imposing player in the game. Rick Adelman said, quote, he's such a force inside. Guys just want out of there. They don't want to go against him. Pekovic said, the goal is to go inside and win the game, whatever it takes. Many people don't like when you play physical. Some respond, some don't. Kevin?
And he does. Thank you, Doris.
Well, he's a player who knows his game. I mean, he's a physical enforcer type guy, and he makes no apologies for it.
Pekovic, who's guarded by Varejao. There's a good screen. Dishes to Brewer. Pulls up. Kept alive, Minnesota. Back to Love. The pass to Little General. Pekovic with a screen. Little General, the pass to Love. Here's Little General. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Now that pass...
Brewer with the screen for Pekovic. Love dishes to Pekovic. Here's Little General, who's covered by Irving. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Dion Waiters checked in for Jarrett Jack. The Cavaliers leading by 4. So on the floor for Minnesota. Big men, Love and Pekovic. Martin is out there with Little General. And it's Brewer in at the small forward. Irving, good look. And the shot is long.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
Here's Little General, who's covered by Irving. Love up top. Kicks it to Brewer. Fires for 3. They grab their own miss.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Irving with it. Now defended by the Little General. The 11-footer. Varejao's shot is good. Varejao's got 4 points now on the court.
You gotta like the way they come out here in the second half. They're starting to knock down shots with regularity.
Yeah, and any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it usually means you're moving the ball, you're getting good looks on the shots you want. And I think they just got to continue to play smart and play together just like they've been doing to keep the lead.
Then kicks to Irving, to the paint. Bennett takes it from 10. Here's Varejao. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
You know, they've built their lead here by doing all the little things well.
And one of those things has been rebounding, Clark, because they have really come out and taken control of the boards.
Good. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. 6-point game. This their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
This was a matchup they thought maybe they could exploit. Another team that struggled last year, but in this case didn't work out. They lost both matchups. This is incredible. It's been a 3-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin, Mike Brown was just going over the plan with his team. He told his squad, listen, guys, it's close. It's about execution here. If we do that, I like our chances. No hero ball, just trust each other and make a simple play. Kevin?
Connects! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. I'll keep talking about it. Wasn't pretty for him last year, losing both games, and Clark, the expectations haven't been a whole lot higher this season.
You know, from my standpoint, I do think they've kept their expectations low. So, that being said, this is the kind of opponent they have to beat if they don't want to end up at the bottom of the standings again.
Oh, what a basket, and at the perfect time.
How about the courage and backbone of this guy? Wow.
Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
Here's Little General. Count it!
He Big bucket. You got to play for a stop here with the 2-point lead. No open three.
Irving with the ball. It's in! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Little touch of class there, guys. The end of that play with the finger roll.
Here's Little General. Love with the screen on Irving. Here's Little General. No good.
Well, they had a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before that shot attempt.
Yeah, and giving up free throws isn't ideal here, Steve. You know that, but at least they got the clock stopped.
So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Just clutch work. That's all you can say. A little bit of defense now, and they'll be out of here with a win.
And so it's the Timberwolves who